September is recognized as National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Keeping up with the initiative, Medfo collaborates with Cathartic Care to resolve doubts and queries regarding suicide prevention.
So the first question here is, why do people attempt suicide? Well, a person attempting suicide can do it for one or more reasons. So there are different factors involved, such as relationship issues, breakups, divorce, separations, and even workplace issues. So someone who has lost their job, or someone who feels that they have lost their social status, or someone who has a history of attempting suicides earlier is definitely at a higher risk of committing suicide. Then the most important factor here is mental disorders. So someone who is suffering from depression and anxiety disorder, or substance abuse disorder, these people are at a higher risk of committing suicide. In fact, there are 139,000 people in India who die by suicide every year, which is a very alarming rate. There are several warning signs that can help us identify suicide attempters. Some are direct, some are indirect. So someone who's talking about feeling empty, helpless, or how they don't have any solution left to their problems, or even using statements such as, I wish I was dead, or you won't have to deal with me anymore, you are better off without me. So these are some of the direct warning signs. Whereas warning signs such as withdrawing from friends and family, resorting to alcohol and substance abuse, showing extreme mood swings, or changed lifestyle habits such as changed eating and sleeping habits. These are some of the indirect warning signs that we can look out for to identify suicide attempters. So I understand that these behaviors can sometimes come out as attention seeking behaviors, but someone who is talking about wanting to die by suicide, someone who is withdrawing from the company of their loved ones, and even showing extreme mood swings, these are some of the indicators of extreme distress. So if you come across people who are showing these signs, try asking them why they are behaving a certain way instead of assuming that they're doing it to grab your attention, because it's always better to be sensitive and empathetic than to be presumptuous. So the most important thing to understand here is that they need help. So you can ask them questions, you can ask them how they are feeling right now, and try to listen to them without passing any judgments. Don't take them on guilt trips. So statements such as, are you mad or what? What are you even thinking about? You didn't even think about what will happen to me. Did you think about your parents? What will happen to them? So avoid using statements such as these. Instead, validate their feelings. Let them know that you are available to help them, to support them, and most importantly, help them connect to a professional. So a psychologist, a psychiatrist who is working with suicide cases. There are several 24/7 suicide helplines available online, and I think there are psychiatrists available at Medfo as well, so you can help them connect there. And of course, stay in touch. So take regular follow-ups, ask them how the professional help is making any change, how it is helping, and if they need anything else. So it is very important that you stay in touch with them even after you have connected them to a professional.
Help end someone's dark nights. Make them believe in the beautiful journey that is life. Get healthcare related solutions with Basic Call on 88569 88569.